Welcome to Inside Out Talk Podcast. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of our sponsors, partners, or affiliates. The information discussed in this podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Listeners should consult with a qualified professional before making any decisions based on the information discussed. We do not own the rights to any music or audio clips played during the podcast, and all rights belong to their respective owners. By listening to this podcast, you agree to hold harmless the hosts, guests, and producers from any claims, demands, or damages arising from the use of this podcast.
Nadia.
Bathini bona.
Bathi IoT yenzeni bona mad.
Hayi man.
Welcome to the IoT news, the news you never knew because they obviously knew. What do you have for us today?
Bro.
You don't have any news, I know. You see this guy?
I do have news.
I don't have any news today, and I gave the thingy. This thing is in this one. And I gave the commitment to him, Moti Ashayindaba, because I wanted to try something. Not even try something, I wanted to do something. I'm okay, please, my guy. Do the news.
Do the news. Bro, I've got news, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one is not from around. It's not the news that
Okay.
we think we know it.
Okay.
It's something that is different, you understand? So apparently there's a girl who just got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Mbabane, Eswatini, Swaziland.
Okay.
So now this girl was arrested because she was what was she doing?
What is she doing? Every time I say,
It's lisiyabaleka man, yabo. So okay, lo boshiwe just because they check phone out yakhe. Or WhatsApp messages, you understand?
Eh?
Yeah. Okay, lo boshiwe because they check phone out yakhe. Like I'm WhatsApp messages, then he caught. He found it guilty because now there's what they call a kingdom security don't. You understand?
Yeah.
The act, the security act.
Yeah.
When you
According to the code of what?
yeah, according to the code
85.
Yes, those things.
Yeah.
So she was found guilty. Now she's going she's going like behind bars for 5 years.
Money, I mean, about
But hey,
still number 26.
but now I don't think like in South Africa we do have loan tattoo.
Oh, what did this take place?
It wasn't there.
Swaziland.
Yeah,
Oh,
Swaziland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think like South Africa's now loan tattoo. So shooting ngale ifoni ibaluleke ngale ndlela ukuthi manje bakubopha
But Zini,
bathiniwe.
what's what that's in you? Yeah, no. They must introduce that thing. Like South Africa.
Because now
Yeah.
there are people who to my baby phone or while I'm busy like chatting, muta verify ikhanda
Hiding
rakhe
her
phone yeah.
Police station.
Shine back.
Police station, baby. Ababok. These are born, business phone will only tell me. Oh,
Yeah, so-
yeah. There's a lot going on. I never knew you'd
This also is
get arrested for
for info for checking someone's phone.
Yeah.
I never knew about this thing. It's new. It's a new thing to me, cause bro, when we growing up, now you grow up like knowing that as partners, I have to know your phone or you have to know my phone. You understand?
Yeah.
Because now they say you can be committed to someone who is committed to someone else just because you don't check their phone. You understand? So hey man, it's a tricky thing.
Ezinye izwa my guys buhlungu ne.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I'm not sure if this is true.
Yeah.
Allegedly, Donald Trump putting the mayarnis me right.
I think I've seen that
Mm.
on Facebook.
But now I don't want to talk about it till I was sure and made my research. But look, young she's. So now I'm asking myself, why would Donald Trump want to vanilla when IRVs? But does he think it's school mama because we know what's in the IRVs?
No, I think maybe there's a cure. You understand? They want to introduce it.
Yo, it's not in the clinic. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. You know, Donald Trump is not scared of anyone. There is a cure. Maybe.
But do you think there is a cure, man?
These countries, they buy these ARVs. Someone is making money with these ARVs, you understand? So, there's nothing that can be cured, bro, in life.
But there is a cure. If my feelings this fire I'm a COVID and within a period of a month, Makona Ubu, it was corona, it's all a virus. And it's a virus.
It's a virus. Understand?
No, there is a
cure.
So get killed for this episode. But yeah, there is a cure.
There is a cure, bro. We just need to open our eyes and use our common sense. Where is this thing coming from?
You have to Donald Trump, maybe that's why he wants to close ARVs because he knows what it is a cure. Yeah. Something like that, Donald Trump, it's a default.
At some point, this guy is trying to, check things, you understand?
Because, and allegedly also, and as I quote, these are not my words, but the words from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The article in USA, in the gay and this is because God created a man and a woman. And he's going to get back shots for that because, yeah, they're going to fight him for that because firstly, they're going to say he's homophobic. And don't. And I'm I don't want it to get to a point whereby Nitimena Prince, what's your view on that? Because anything you say here will be used against you in the court of law.
Anything I say here?
Yeah.
Yo, but here we have like
a disclaimer.
But yeah, man, something that we say here, it doesn't mean that is true.
Yeah.
You understand? Some are true, but if you want to use it for your knowledge, get an expert.
True.
We are not experts.
We are not experts.
Yeah.
But what's your view? To Donald Trump or Ati normal gays? It's either you're a woman or you're a man.
To me,
do you think it's a good thing? Looking at it at a spiritual viewpoint, and also not looking at it at a spiritual viewpoint, but looking at it as a person.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think Ramaphosa should also instill in danger like South Africa?
No. I don't think it's a good thing.
Why?
Because there are people who are already gays, bro. Like, imagine they change you for who you are. And then they want to make you something that you don't want to be, you understand? As much as God, we understand God created you as a man, and then you want to be a woman. You understand? Because there are guys who they have like the feminine energy. And then there are girls who have like the masculine energy. You understand? Also, the girls who have the masculine energy, they behave like man. And then men, they behave like woman. It's vice versa, you understand? So it's nature, bro. At some point, it's nature. This thing was here for a long time, but at first, these people were scared like to show up as who they want to be because now they would get killed or what, you understand? So it was there. It's not something that just happened now, you understand? Unfortunately, I've never seen or I've never heard it. Someone saying he is, or the Bible does talk about this thing or something like that. Have you heard about gays and lesbians like in the Bible?
I think I've come across a chapter, just that I don't recall, but I'm not going to quote it exactly as per word, but it goes along the lines of during the end days, men will sleep with other men.
Yeah.
And they leave their wives for other men. I'm going to find that verse.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's in the Bible. I'm going to find it in the next episode. I'm going to read that for them, for the listeners and for you.
Yo. Then that means this thing has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
You understand?
It has been. Emma Egypt. I remember I was watching a documentary about Moses. So Moses actually bambalekisa because they were killing abantwana babafana. So bambalekisa bamfaka, I think in the Nile River, if I'm not mistaken. And then
remember this dude.
So now the way Egypt, the way they were dressing, even the men, makeup, and for me, that was, I don't want to say gauche because it's going to be like I'm homophobic and I'm labeling them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were acting as women.
Yeah, that's deep, man.
So when it gets to these gay things, again, I'm a bit skeptical because I don't have a problem with gays. I don't have a problem with a gay person if he comes in my space.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But don't come near my space or don't come to destroy my space. You understand?
Because I feel like most of the time, in my experience, the moment you start trying to be an angelic person and saying, no, this person is still human also, which they are. They're still human also.
And the Bible says we are not supposed to judge.
But now, what happens if I allow you into my space and say, no, you can be my friend. It's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
But then you start eating up on me.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Then I have a problem.
Yeah, that's where the problem comes. So, my guy, before we get into what you've prepared for this episode, I want to ask you many questions.
Sure, man.
What do you think? This is based on like what is happening here, like in South Africa. You understand?
Okay.
In terms of why people like why do people drink a lot? Why people can't stay for a long time in relationships? Why do you think like we as a country we need some help?
Okay.
Do you think like we need some help as a country?
Okay.
In terms of how we do things.
Okay. Is this part of the news or must I close the news then I answer you?
No, you answer me before you
close the news.
Yeah, close the news.
My guy, I think, not necessarily think, I know, and I've been proven this many times.
Yeah.
It's us not accepting what we have a problem. You cannot see what you have a problem if you don't accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a country, we putting at as a country because the other countries with the same mental thing that we're having. Yeah. As a people, we don't want to accept. Ungafika manje uyindaweni yokuphuza and ask someone why are you drinking? They won't necessarily say to you, no my guy, I'm drinking because we
I hate this saying.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I hate it.
I hate this saying Guneng. Yeah.
So to answer my question based on alcohol, it's because people drink because they're trying to run away from their problems. They don't accept to have a problem because people feel like, okay, fine, just to make a typical example,
yeah,
your pools. So for them, it's their escape route, not realizing what you're actually adding a problem on top of another problem.
Yeah.
But once something says it's a substance abuse or there's drug involved with the it's very addictive.
Yeah.
Alcohol is addictive. I'm living proof. Alcohol is very addictive.
Yeah.
And it can control you.
It does.
It does. And then when it comes to relationships, it goes back to this thing we were talking about in other episodes. Childhood traumas. I think namhlanje kuseni it's where I told you yeah, Prince, bokhuluma iqiniso. Kunomntwana abantu obuya background yakhe, history yakhe. Ubuye ekhayeni kunomama kunobaba.
Yeah.
There's love, there's peace, there's discipline. She grew up having values. Then there's me on the other hand, who grew up where there were no rules. And then I come and try to settle with the very same person who we're kind of crying. What am I going to do to that person? I'm going to damage him again.
Okay.
So that's why therapy is really important.
Yeah.
In the dating stages, don't wait until you'll get married or decide to get married. As soon as you'll see what we are dating and I love this person, we love one another, let's go and try find therapy. So yeah, those are my things. Words.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't know if I
those are good ways, bro. Those are good ways because for me, I've seen a lot. I've seen people doing the wrong things. I've seen people. I had a friend, actually. So this friend of mine, he drinks a lot. And he drinks a lot to a point when he is drunk, he can't talk. He can't even say a word, bro. The whole body, you find out the whole body is shaking. Yeah, his whole body. So to me, it becomes something that I don't like. It becomes something that I'm scared of. You understand? Because now I've seen this guy shaking. I've seen this guy unable to speak. You understand? When he's drunk. But when he's sober, he's a good guy. You understand? And I told him the other time, you understand? I said, he said to me, you know, the reason I drink, it is because I don't have someone to talk to. Then I said to him, but we are here.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm scared to talk to you because if I tell you my problems, you wanna tell someone else. You understand? Now it becomes a topic. My problems become a topic. You know, when you go inside, they're talking about my problems. You understand? So he said, I'm scared of that. And he started to share how he grew up, you understand? So he told me, you know, my father used to do this, my mother used to do this, you understand?
Sure.
Then I was like, okay, now I have a clue. Now I have a clue what is going on in his life, you understand? And then I was trying to help, you understand? But me trying to help him, he became so comfortable that he became more he became more on what he was. You understand? It's like there's a fire here. You're trying to stop this fire and then it becomes more.
Yeah.
You understand? So that was me.
Trying to help.
Yeah, me, I was like, I'm helping. But you know, things were not going according to what I was trying to do, you understand?
Yeah.
So at some point, we as human beings, we really do need therapy. We do need counseling.
All of us.
I was listening to this podcast, you understand? So they were talking about marriage. Yeah, the main topic was marriage, you understand? So this lady is sharing how they were able like to survive a divorce. You understand? So she's saying for his marriage to be where it is now, she was supposed to, or she had to learn to listen. And then to respond without being defensive. You understand? Because I feel like a lot of relationships now, they are ending because when you try to address something to someone that you don't like, and now this person that when they respond, they don't respond in a manner of, I understood what you have said. You understand? But they respond in a manner of
defense mechanism.
Yeah, I'm being defensive, you understand? Because, okay, I understand you have to be defensive because I'm attacking you, you understand? Probably I'm going to use like words that are not going to sit well with you. You understand? So that's why a lot of people, they become defensive when we are talking to them. But this is a deep thing.
It is. It's
a very deep thing, you understand? So, yeah, guys, I don't think we did we introduce ourselves?
The listeners know who you are by now.
But even if they know,
Okay, guys.
maybe there's someone new.
Is someone new now?
Just came in.
Okay, guys. Lokhulumayo, Unkosi God's favorite side. Before we introduce ourselves, this was the IoT news. Before saying some IoT news, started what's about the Chiefs asking.
Yeah.
So there's a rumor going around. I didn't watch the match, but there's a rumor going around. Uti, the Pirate is scoring a penalty, and apparently their penalty.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing. Then I see penalty. So back on Barochi. So do you think Uti is it necessarily Uti Vile Barochi, even if we didn't see what happened? Is it necessarily Barochi or is it Amapino view?
To me, not because I'm a fan of Kaiser Chiefs, but I did watch the first half. I did watch it. Yeah. And I saw the mistakes of the ref. You understand? That guy doesn't like Kaiser Chiefs. These people, they don't love Kaiser Chiefs. I don't know why. It's not a manner of Kaizer Chief fans. We are always complaining when we lose. You understand? But we are complaining because we are seeing something that is wrong, and this thing is becoming a habit. That when we are playing these teams that are big, than like us, Kaizer Chiefs, these teams, they don't, or not the teams, the referees, they don't love us.
I know, but I'm need something. But yeah, this was the IoT news, the news you never knew because they obviously knew. Yeah. Yeah, sure, my favorite Nkosinathi Lona, God's favorite son, and not alone, Nkosana, the man with the beard. The man who's wearing all black. But he always has my back. As we come back with this episode.
Nine.
Nkosana, the son of a king. So guys, happy Valentine's month. It's the 1st of February, 2025, the month of love. Bamba muntu wakhe duze. If awuna muntu, bamba umama wakhe duze, because you can also spread love for her. Bamba u-auntie, bamba umamani, bamba usisi wakho.
Bamba darling.
Let's spread love.
Let's spread love.
Let's spread love.
I feel like love is one thing that we need in this country.
Yeah.
Because if the leaders of this country could love us, this country will change.
Yeah.
You understand? Because where there's love, bro, there's love. Okay, love is something that I can't explain. You understand?
Yeah.
On my point of view, you understand? I can't explain love. If someone is going to come to me and then be like, "Why do you love that girl?"
Sure.
What do you expect me to say, bro? Because probably some other people, okay, me also, I was once like in a relationship, you understand? So this girl was giving me like good time in the bedroom, you understand? So to me, I thought she loved me just because she was giving me good time in the bedroom. You understand? But at some point, I came to understand, no, I don't love her. I love what she's giving.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And love comes easy for women. You understand? But for us, man, it is something else. It takes a real man to fall in love. You know, do you know, us as men, when we are in love, bro, we get to a point whereby when we are in the bedroom, like before, like sleeping with our partners, you understand? There comes a times where you share something that is deep with your partner and you start to cry. Yeah. You understand?
In front of her.
Not because you want her to feel sorry for you, you understand? But because you're open to
trust her.
You trust her.
You become vulnerable.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Love is something else.
Talking about love, I prepared something for all those that are in relationships, and mostly for those who, there's someone out there who needs to hear words of love. There's someone out there who lacks love. This is from me to you. I call it the State of the National Love Address.
From Inside Out Talk.
From Inside Out Talk. They say love is blind, but mine probably has eyes, because I love you at first sight. I wish I could borrow you my eyes, so you can see yourself through the depths of my soul. I am certain that God was thinking of me when you were molded. I don't have a full definition of love, but those who are experts of commenting say I look like a fool. Maybe it's because my heart is filled with love, and it is really full. I would say I love you to the moon and back.
Okay.
But that would really limit my love for you. You always have had my back. I never want to ask for a love back, because that would mean I have lost you before. And I want to fight for you against our enemies. So it would really break my heart to fight for you against me. Happy Valentine's month, my love. These words come from my heart and out my mouth.
Yo.
I don't TT. Thank you.
Hey, baby. If you're gonna listen to this episode, please just repeat those words. You understand? Repeat those words.
Yeah.
Even if it's not me, you understand?
Yeah.
But when you repeat those words, just be like, they are coming from my boyfriend. You understand?
Yeah.
And if there's someone also here who's in love,
Yeah.
when you listen to these words, think about your partner.
My guy,
Think about your partner.
love is a beautiful thing.
Love, bro, it's something else.
But now there's one thing I don't like.
About
I
love.
feel, yeah, not about love, but the way people paint love in some occasions.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. You find a man physically abusing a woman,
Mm.
and you ask her why. They know that it's because of love.
It's not love.
Love doesn't hurt, my guy.
Love doesn't hurt.
Love cures, love heals, love protects.
Love.
So you cannot come to me and say, yeah, ngimshaya ngoba ngiyamthanda.
No, what's Shaya? Okay, probably he does. Understand?
But-
But the problem is, it goes back to what we were talking about
Yeah.
early, that when you're a guy and then you grow up in your home where you've seen your father like maybe physically abusing your mom, you understand?
Yeah.
You still have these childhood traumas. That is why it is important that when you go in a relationship with someone, okay, it's not something that is usually done. But I feel like when we just feel like this thing is becoming a serious thing, our relationship is growing, just go book some counseling, you understand? Just to know and also to be committed in that relationship, you understand? It's gonna give you a room of being open to that person, you understand? There are guys who've been married for 5 years, but they still have that secret for their wives. They can't be open because they're not mentally healthy. You understand? Hey bro, they have a lot of traumas, and then they are scared if like I'm gonna tell you something, maybe probably the girl is gonna leave or what. You understand? Because that's one thing we are scared of. The reason why we can't be open to our partners is because if I'm gonna tell you something, probably maybe you're gonna run away from me. Because I just told you something which you were not ready also like for it.
Love is a beautiful thing. And I for one, I really wish I grew up in an environment where I saw, or where I stayed with both my parents. So I could see the love. As a child, I feel like it also plays a part. As a child, as you grow up, you see your mother and father being in love, my guy.
Plays a big role because
Being in love.
our parents are our role models.
Yeah.
To be honest. Understand?
True.
We look up from.
True. Because you would have this thing of, when I grow up, I want to be big mommy.
Yeah. You see your dad driving your car. You also have this thing of, probably one day I'm going to drive. And it becomes so easy because probably your dad is going to teach you how to drive. Unlike me, you understand? Me, I grew up in a home where there was no car. You understand? We had no car at home. So I had to go out and learn how to drive from other people, you understand?
Yeah.
And I had friends who, like, in their homes, their fathers had cars, you understand?
Okay.
So they knew how to drive. So it was something like, I remember there was a time me and this friend of mine, and then his father. So he's driving, his son is sitting like in the other side, and then I'm on the back seat, you understand? We going to town. And I'm like, it's just in now that I'm thinking about this, you understand? And then my mind is like, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Cause we hardly see sons with their fathers. We hardly see that. You understand? And for my friend to have a relationship with his father had to teach him how to drive.
True.
You understand?
True.
At some point, he wasn't only trying to teach him how to drive, but also he was building a relationship with his son.
Yeah.
Because they had to spend time. They had to share some few informations. I don't know what they were sharing, because when they were teaching, like, they were busy with driving teachings. I wasn't there, you understand? I just came in after this guy, like, was able to drive, you understand? But just in now, as I'm thinking, I'm like, probably the father did tell the son something that was valuable, or a life lesson,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, it did, man.
Because now they're time. You understand? So growing up right in the family where you have the mother, you have the father, and then the house is full of love.
Yeah.
You understand? It's full of support. Bruh.
And it's something else. I have a question for you. Since it's a month of love, I'm really going to dwell much on love.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. Do you think it's a good idea? Okay, because now when we compare uthando like Dala, Nelamanje, not that we were there, we are told, look at Dala, this was happening, this was happening. But now I see in the trend it's us. I wonder, this generation, we have this tendency of meeting someone today, and just because I met this chick or this guy, Namhlanje, and after 3 days, he decides to take me to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Then I post it on Facebook. I take pictures. Do you think is it a healthy habit, or is it a good habit?
I feel like the people who do that are the people who ever experienced that. Also, some they did experience it, but it has became, or not it has became, but pressure from social friends, you have social media friends. You see them when they are with their boyfriends, they're posting food, you understand, we are out, with the love of my life, that was they normally say, you understand. So you also feel the pressure with it. My friend is out with the boyfriend, and she's posting food, and then you also want to do the same thing to show your friend, I can do it, which is a wrong thing.
So it's basically giving birth to a premature child, because there's no way you can. This is my view also.
Yeah.
I can get shots from this, but it's no, man. We cannot be meeting today.
Yeah.
Just because I decided to take you out, it doesn't necessarily mean I want you to take out your movie set and take the pictures of the phone.
Even if like it's this big phone that is trending right now.
Yeah, I'm just making an example. I mean, I wanted to say a cell phone. Maybe some came into my mind.
Yeah.
Let's learn to wait. Let's learn to be patient. Love is patient.
Yeah.
Let's get to know each other, because Tabana, you post. That's why people end up having a wrong idea of the kind of person that you are. It's because you meet me today, I take you out tomorrow, you take pictures. The following week we break up. You meet another person, we also take pictures. So obvious, people are gonna label you as they say. When are we forever, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, but and you don't have to be labeled as this friend, because that's why they say the tiniest thing can ruin your reputation.
It is, bro. I want to give out like a trick there. Also, if you want to enjoy the date, put your phone down there, or put it on your bag. Just put it away from the table. You understand? Enjoy the date. Get to know the person. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the meal. You understand?
That's a date.
That's a date.
Yeah, true.
We are there to enjoy each other's time, but if you're busy with your cell phone, then what?
Yeah, we need to get to know each other better. That's why it's a date.
We want if you're busy on social media, because now there's a text, maybe. You understand?
So
let me make an
fight step. So anyway, this is an advice to those who will be taken out on the 14th of February. This is an advice. Keep it to please continue.
Take a 34 if I was coming, like move it away.
Yeah.
You understand? To enjoy the days. You understand?
Yeah.
Enjoy. And it goes also to a relationship, you understand? When you are visiting your partner.
Sure.
You understand? Don't use the phone. And I'm talking from experience. There was a time like my girlfriend like used to come in here and then she would be busy with her phone or she would be busy with my phone, you understand?
Yeah.
And I didn't like that because now she came to visit me, but she's not spending time with me because she's on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We can't talk. Pella, we have to understand, when we are dating, you understand, we need to have like those monthly meeting, you understand? We just gonna talk about our relationship, how we can improve, how we can improve our communication, how we can improve, you understand? So and forth. But we don't do that, you know why? Because when you come in my house, there's a TV. You want a movie. After a movie, you're busy with your phone. I go, bro, I just need someone that I can talk to. Sometimes you find out that I need you to be a safe space for me.
Mm.
There are people who are in a relationship there.
Yeah.
They feel safe when they're around or when they're with their partners.
Yeah.
It is because they've created this thing of, me and my partner, we talk about everything.
Yeah.
But you won't talk about everything because now you are busy with your cell phone. When you come in my house, you are and there's nothing that you are doing. You are busy watching Facebook videos or you're scrolling on Facebook or you're watching WhatsApp status.
Also him.
I hate that. When you are with me, leave your phone alone. And I don't touch my phone when I'm with my partner.
And it's also some sort of a disrespect.
Yeah, it's a disrespect.
Yeah,
like
because
I don't value.
Yeah, I don't value.
I don't care. I don't care about your time.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
And time is something else, bro. I should have been doing something else, but because you are here, I'm willing to stop everything that I'm doing and focus on you. But if you're gonna focus on your phone, then I'm gonna leave you, do my thing, and then you complain.
And also, I wanna reprimand. Khona umoya ohamba uvungumza ukuthi there are gents, ne? I'm not saying every gent, but ama-gents ayakwenza lokho. All they know is to call a chick over. And don't get me wrong, maybe that guy loves the chick, that chick.
Yeah.
Ne? Kuyamthanda.
Yeah.
But now, all he does is call the chick over and wants to be intimate and then ahambis. And does that over and over and over again.
It's boring.
And umntwana abantu, you making a umshini kahle kahle.
Yeah.
Guys, so out there, it's a month of love. At least for this month, try to change your ways. If you're having the very same problem that I'm talking about, try to change your ways. Okay, even if you don't have the means, Wuti, or miss a restaurant. But if you call her over, I wouldn't mind the guy one.
Not something big.
Yeah, not something big. Buy small cakes.
Even if it's a cake, bro. Just a cake.
So why is it every weekend now in a day? Like mangaze, amangale na mtebo. Kenzakalani ke namhlanje ngosituzi. Abona umfake izinto eziright.
And what?
Ungamthinti.
You remember?
Listen to R&B songs. Ask her, how are you, my love?
Yeah.
Booze. And you'll be amazed. What is the 20
Yeah. I remember last year, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Is it last year? Yeah, last year, August. When my girl, I don't want to mention how old she was turning, but it was her birthday.
Yeah.
I went fully. Like, I came up with a plan.
Sure.
So my room was full of balloons. Balloons, bro. Like, there was balloons, there was some writing on the wall. There were, I decorated my room. I made sure that, she enjoys her birthday. I didn't do something big. I didn't even buy something that is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted to show her that on this day, I just want to show you that I appreciate you.
This is the day that the Lord has made.
Yes. I just want to show you that I
Yeah.
appreciate you. And ngiyabonga ukuthi you are getting to another age, a new age with me. You understand? It's just appreciation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's for me, bro.
Mm.
Me, I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a simple. Me, I don't need you to buy me something big or what. You understand?
Sure.
Buy me a book. You see how simple I am?
You're very simple. Buy me a book.
Buy me a book. Surprise me with a book. Or you see this thing there? Yeah, this thing was customized by my girlfriend. You understand?
Yeah. So guys, since we don't have cameras, what he's talking about is we need cameras. So they made him thingy. I don't know. I'll call it a calendar or what, but it's compiled of his pictures.
Yeah.
And there's a nice romantic message there. And there's a calendar and there's a heart around the day when he was born. And it is written Happy Birthday, Osana.
To me, it means a lot.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I've never had someone doing this thing for me.
Yeah.
When someone does something new for me, it becomes a big thing to me.
Yeah. He's even crying, guys.
I'm not crying. I'm just,
Yeah.
You understand?
It's fine. Yeah.
it becomes something big for me because I haven't experienced it. And then someone dedicated her own time to do this for me. Wow. Happy.
So I want to ask you something. As you're talking, something pops up in my mind.
Yeah.
And we once had a conversation now with this other guy of mine. I'm telling him what hasn't that. I'd really be happy if a chick would buy me and I name the items. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but you realize, Guti, if she buys you that, it means the next time you have to buy something, it has to be
Something that is more.
something that is more or more expensive compared to what he bought you. And you know what my response was? I mean, if she buys me something expensive, and the next time I buy something that's expensive, but not the way, or not compared
To what she bought.
yeah, it's what she bought.
Yeah.
She bought me, and she has a problem with that. It means she didn't buy it out of love, and she had expectations. Because if she can afford import, and then I can afford impahla, mhlambe 1.2.
Yeah.
It's what I have, man.
That's what I have.
And yeah,
That's why I always say, when you buy me something, please let it come from your heart. Let it come from your heart, because what I'm gonna do for you, it's got to come from my heart.
true.
Understand? If my heart says, let me get you flowers, Fernando Roche, let me get you let me light up some candles in my room, let me decorate with flowers, these red flowers, you understand? And let me buy a small cake, let me have you like maybe sleepers. If you are coming for a sleepover, let me get you like pajamas, sleepers,
Those simple things, man.
what, like things like,
Lingerie.
bruh,
Yeah, well,
understand? It's something big.
and
To me, it comes from my house. In my whole life, I hate someone who doesn't appreciate.
Yeah.
If you are dating me, you have to know to say thank you. You know,
Just those two words.
those two words, thank you. Or even say it in Zulu. Yeah, boy.
All Africans. Buy a donkey.
Buy it. You understand? To me, it's like, okay, you are saying me. You understand? But if I'm going to buy you something and you don't say thank you, I'm like, you are saying to me, you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
Why is it most of the time I've seen it, I've been in a relationship where when I bought something for this chick, she didn't say thank you to me.
Some people, I don't know, man.
Expectation.
It's expectations. True.
That is why when you're in a relationship,
It's expectation.
don't expect something from your partner. Live with the flow. You can't control me. That's one thing we have to know. There's this thing that I was listening to it's a podcast. I was listening to this podcast today. So this lady is saying a person, you can't change a person.
No way.
Change comes from within.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The only thing that I can do is to show you how to change. You understand?
Yeah.
But I can't change you. If my ways of trying to show you how to change are not working, you're still not going to change until you decide from within that, I want to change. Then you're going to change. You understand? So you can't change someone.
And this thing also advice to those who are dating, never. I'm sorry to drift. But I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And you're speaking nothing but honesty.
Because that,
Yeah.
we are friends. Yeah. I decided to buy an Air Force. Like Air Force, ne? I don't expect you to buy me something that is more expensive compared to what I to my Air Force. You understand? No. If I can buy you an Air Force, then you buy me a watch. I don't need to stress myself with but I'm taking Air Force, I want to watch. I bought it because I felt like let me buy it for that. And then you bought your watch maybe because you felt like let me buy Nkosani watch.
I'm going to string this cards.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's something else.
Yeah, my guy, it's something else. This thing is it's about dollar. And another thing, I feel like most relationships they end because they allowed other people to be involved in the relationship.
Yeah.
And what I'm
Dead
commenting
parties.
about they really do end a relationship
Dead part.
one way or the other.
It's like I'm in a relationship with my partner and we are fighting. Then she tells her friends or one of her family member. The relationship is over.
It is.
Because now that person, they say we had an argument. We're starting to fight, you understand?
Sure.
Understand? When you going to tell this person, you're not going to be honest. You want the favor to be on you.
True. So far, if I here and there. Yeah, just so we can pinpoint to the next person. Yeah.
You understand? So now this person is looking at me in the wrong way because she thinks, wena, mnganami menze 1, 2, 3. And you find out that's not the truth. And at the end of the day, after 2 days or 3 days, me and my partner, we are okay. When still you're not okay with me to what I did to a friend.
And another thing when it was hard, it's this thing of, you know how, and I feel like it's more on us, the gents. Maybe me ngibona umuntu wakho ngiyamaza ngithi ngibona uhlike emotweni. I don't see who's driving the car. Maybe I see what it's a man who's driving the car. Ngiyambona uyahlika, I'm like, all right. But when I get to you, ngizofika ngithi, yeah. And what is this? Sakchite. I'm going to convince you to cheat. Only to find out they're not cheating. And I don't know what causes this. Is it either or because, okay, fine. But why don't I have assurance with it? Because you'll only find out yes, but
They're cheat.
cheat.
Totally leave.
Family the odds. These things happen all emhlabeni la. Or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. I feel like we just need to be honest with ourselves. You understand? Let's stop this thing of trying to create a life for other people. Or let's stop this thing of, because I know you, and I think Natty can do this. Because, what do I want to say? Ne? Unathi nyamaza. Understand? Nathi umuntu enza 1, 2, 3. You understand? And just because you wenza 1, 2, 3, akusho ukuthi uyehlezi uyenza. You understand? So, singabantu kumele sikile ukuthi senze sikhulume something ngomunye umuntu esingayazi. You understand? Just because ungona efike emotweni doesn't mean sikanongisa ejona. You understand? Just because you saw me nomama umdala. So what? Yenzeka nangithi amajethu.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
People will see you wahamba mfethu no anti wakho abangamazi at some point, because even like I can assure you, abantu bamawubazwe, but you know ngabo aunt. Let's say she decides to come la Betawi to see me. Understand? She comes to work. But siphuma emsebenzini nithanda the night lift. Ngihlala phambili ndoda no anti wami. The conversation is like that for now. You'll be like, Prince of Ambi, sure, mama.
Yeah.
When already we are concluded something that is not true, whether you think, wow, Prince of Ambi, because you don't know this person, ask. Ndwana manje lapha kwenzakala wafana noma aunties. Understand? Even though you won't believe it same time, understand? But probably I'm gonna prove it to you some other day. You understand? But no, man. It's one of my family men. You understand?
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, man. It's a month of love. Let's spread love. Time to pay that, guys. Time. We've been hearing stories. Others are beating on their wives. Others they are killing their children. Others are killing others and others. It's been a horrific thingy. But yeah, it's a month of love. Let's spread love, guys.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's month. And from me to you, with love, I'm signing out. This is Koslati, God's favorite son. Thank you.
I'm also signing out, guys. I don't have like the normal ways that I normally do when we close the show. But what I'm gonna say is, don't forget, guys, to send your voice note on our WhatsApp number 081-403-1322. Please tell us what you think about this podcast. Where do you think we need to improve? Also, if you know someone who is good on doing research, you understand?
Yeah.
Because we do need a fact check. You understand?
Yeah.
But not now. Not now, but we consider knowing the person, getting to put him or her some other time, have a conversation with them or with that person, and we'll see where we go. We still a growing podcast.
Yeah.
We're still growing. It's gonna be a big thing, and trust me.
It is.
Yeah, cameras are coming.
It is.
YouTube, we're gonna crush this thing. We're gonna crush this thing. We are the fires. You understand? We are the fires, and life without fire, because fire is the spirit. So yeah, we coming, guys.
We put in the pressure. Now we're coming.
Yes. We just want you to stand firm. Take your cup of coffee, your tea, you understand, or your cereals, whatever. Sit down, tune into Inside Out Talk. Enjoy your favorite news.
Pele.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
I could feel it coming in the air tonight. Can you feel the love tonight?
Kuna le 8. Woza, my baby.
Prince mthathinga mbeka le. USA.
Hi, Mama Inkas.